Today, I'm exposing exactly why you should never respect a woman who does this and how letting your guard down will ruin your life. No one's talking about it because they're too busy being nice guys. But trust me, once she latches onto you, she'll drain everything you hold dear. And the worst part, most men don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Stay with me till the end, because once you see the signs, you'll never look at certain women the same way again. The one trait that destroys men. Let's get straight to it. The woman you should never respect is the one who systematically rips apart your self-worth. She'll pretend to care at first, some love bombing here, a flattering compliment there. You'll think she's the perfect catch. But behind that sweet smile hides a parasite that feeds on your weaknesses. It starts small. She'll make tiny comments that make you doubt yourself. You're not that smart, are you? Or why are you so sensitive? She wants you uneasy, doubtful, confused, because a confident man is harder to control, and controlling you is exactly what she's after. She aims to be your sole focus. Friends, family, hobbies. She'll find ways to interfere with all of it. Over time, she'll inject negativity into every corner of your life. The goal? Isolate you from anything that gives you strength. She knows if you have support, you might push back. This is the trait, a constant, methodical teardown. She chips away at your self-esteem, manipulates your mind, and ensures you're never comfortable in your own skin. If you respect that, you're telling her it's okay to keep going, and that's the first step toward ruin. The manipulation tactic. How does she do it? Manipulation. She uses your empathy, your desire to be a good guy, against you. She'll twist arguments so you feel guilty even when you've done nothing wrong. She'll spin stories about her traumatic past or abusive exes to justify her toxic behavior. And you, wanting to be the hero, will let her get away with it. She turns every conversation into a battlefield. You'll wake up tense, bracing for the next fight. You'll tiptoe around her, terrified of triggering another meltdown. She thrives on drama because it keeps you on edge and easier to control. If you try to confront her, she'll flip it around. You don't care about my feelings, you're so selfish. Suddenly, you're the villain. Eventually, you might even start apologizing for her mistakes. This is the most twisted part. She'll have you convinced that everything is your fault. If you can't see the manipulation, you're already trapped. That's why respect is lethal here. You can't respect someone whose main tactic is to break you. Once you start respecting those mind games, she'll push them further until you're just a shell of yourself. She slowly chips away at your self-worth. She won't walk in on day one, yelling at you or demanding everything. It's subtle. One sarcastic remark about your job, a backhanded compliment about your appearance. She might compare you to other men or talk up her ex as if he was Prince Charming. You get a weird feeling in your gut, but you ignore it because you think you're overreacting. Over time, those remarks become part of daily life. You'll start believing maybe you are lazy or boring or incompetent. You'll doubt your value. You'll wonder if maybe she's right, if you're lucky to even have her. And the moment you accept that, she's won. She wants you to question everything, your achievements, your intelligence, your dreams. Because a man with shattered confidence is easy to mold. She'll present herself as the only person who truly understands you, while constantly poking holes in your self-esteem. Never respect a woman who tears you down this way. You might think you're being compassionate by giving her a chance, but you're not. You're enabling a toxic cycle, inviting her to sink her claws deeper and guaranteeing she'll do worse tomorrow. The red flags you always overlook. Men often ignore red flags because we're raised to be polite and patient. We chalk up her snarky insults to she's just having a bad day. We dismiss constant drama as she's emotional, but that's exactly how you get stuck. Red flag number 1, she belittles your achievements. Maybe you land a promotion and she sneers, about time, or you only got that because your boss likes you. Red flag number 2, she stirs conflict with friends or family, then blames you for taking their side. She wants you isolated. Red flag number 3, she's never wrong, ever. In her mind, all mistakes trace back to you. She's the perpetual victim. Red flag number 4, She disrespects your space, your time, your decisions. Whether it's constant texting at work or guilt trips when you spend time away, she has zero boundaries. If any of these ring a bell, don't shrug it off. Respecting a woman like this means you're giving her a free pass to ruin your life. You become the doormat she can stomp on whenever she pleases. Emotional blackmail, her favorite weapon. She might use tears, threats, or even her own mental health as leverage. If you leave me, I'll fall apart. Or, I can't live without you. She'll cry on cue when you start pointing out her faults, playing the sympathy card to stop you from fighting back. This emotional blackmail is next-level manipulation. It works because you're a decent human being who hates seeing someone suffer. She'll exploit that empathy until you're a prisoner of her emotions. Everything becomes about keeping her stable. Meanwhile, your own sanity is circling the drain. She might threaten to harm herself if you betray her, or maybe she implies you'll be labeled the bad guy for not supporting her trauma. Once again, if you show respect for this twisted tactic, if you let her terrorize you emotionally, she'll only ramp it up. Soon, you won't even recognize yourself. You'll be controlled by fear, not logic. The drama queen. Some women crave drama like it's oxygen. They can't stand peace. The second things calm down, they find a reason to stir chaos. Fights over text? Check. Screaming matches in public? You bet. Gossip behind your back? Absolutely. She thrives on conflict because it keeps you emotionally off balance. Why do you need to never respect this? Because the drama queen views relationships as a stage. You're just an actor in her twisted performance. She wants attention, positive or negative, doesn't matter. As long as it's intense, it feeds her ego. She'll bait you into arguments, then act shocked when you engage. If you indulge this circus, you're enabling her addiction to chaos. You'll spend your nights fighting, your days apologizing, and your in-between moments walking on eggshells. This constant stress wrecks your mental health, your professional life, and even your friendships. She'll pull you away from anything that distracts you from her show, controlling and isolating you. One of the worst forms of disrespect she'll show is trying to isolate you from anyone who challenges her power. She'll claim your friends are a bad influence. She'll get jealous of family members. She might start arguments if you're out of her sight for too long. She'll demand access to your phone, your email, your social media. If you refuse, she'll accuse you of hiding something. If you comply, she'll monitor every move you make. If you can't text her back immediately, she'll spark a fight. She needs total control to feel secure in her own twisted way. Respecting a woman who violates your privacy is suicidal. She'll keep pushing until you're cut off from everyone. Once she's your only lifeline, she can manipulate you at will. You become her puppet, dancing to her every whim. By respecting that boundary invasion, you give her license to dictate your entire life. Gaslighting. Making you doubt reality. Gaslighting is her ultimate mind game. She'll make you question what you saw, heard, or felt. You confront her on something obvious. She denies it. She says you're misremembering. She calls you crazy, claims you're too sensitive. Over time, you start to wonder if you're really losing it. Why would she do this? Because if she controls your perception of reality, she controls you. You become dependent on her version of events. You stop trusting your instincts. You second-guess every memory. That's pure psychological domination. Never respect a woman who gaslights you. Once you respect that, you accept her twisted narrative. You let her rewrite your life experiences until you're a broken mess, unsure of what's real. This is emotional abuse, plain and simple. Why you must never respect this behavior. Respect is something you offer to those who earn it, who reciprocate it. When you hand respect to a woman who tears you down, manipulates, and gaslights, you're telling her it's all okay. You're giving her your blessing to continue her destructive ways. That's like lighting a match in a room full of gasoline. She'll take that respect and weaponize it. She'll tell herself, he's still here, so I must be doing something right. And she'll escalate. More drama, more emotional abuse, more control. By the time you realize you're in too deep, you might have lost friends, money, career opportunities, and any sense of self-worth. This is how men get ruined. They ignore the warnings, they excuse bad behavior, they cower in the face of drama. Before long, they're stuck in a relationship where they're disrespected daily. Their life becomes a living hell. That's why the only logical step is to withhold respect from anyone who tries to trample you. Building a spine, your way out. What's the solution? You grow a spine, you set boundaries, you walk away the moment she crosses them. No apologies, no second chances for someone who systematically disrespects you. If she sees you're not a doormat, either she adjusts or you leave. This requires self-respect first. You can't demand respect from others if you don't respect yourself enough to leave a bad situation. Start by recognizing the red flags: manipulation, gaslighting, drama addiction, controlling behavior. The second you see them, call them out. Don't let her spin it back on you. If she refuses to change, cut her loose. Block her if needed. It might sting at first. She'll throw tantrums, guilt trips, possibly smear your name. Let her. Freedom from toxicity is worth more than social approval or fleeting comfort. Once you free yourself, you'll see how toxic she was all along. And guess what? Life is too short to waste on someone who thrives on making you miserable. Respect those who uplift you, challenge you in healthy ways, and genuinely care for your well-being. But never respect a woman who does this, the relentless teardown, because she'll drag you into a black hole of misery you might never escape. That's it, the cold, raw truth. Some women will shred your sanity, your friendships, and your future if you dare to respect their toxic games. You can't fix them with nice guy tactics. You either walk away or watch your life go down in flames. If you're done getting played, like, subscribe, and check out the next video on your screen. Stop being her doormat. Start standing your ground. Once you master this, you'll never again bow down to a woman who's out to ruin you.